What's going on?
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 Like, what's going on?
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 What's going on, everybody? Got a few shows to plug before the podcast starts. So I'm going to hop on and do that real quick. On the Friday the 28th, this coming Friday, actually, it'll probably be a day after this episode comes out. I've got a show in Hanover, PA, as part of the Good Karma Comedy Festival at Church of Satire Comedy Club. I believe it starts at 8 o'clock. Should be fun. Also on September 11th and 12th, we'll be at the Saratoga Comedy Festival. I believe I'm on a Friday night show, but schedule's posted. Go look at saratogacomedyfestival.com for more information and get your tickets. Also on September 25th, there's a queer comedy festival in Glens Falls, New York at the Charles R. Wood Theater Cabaret Room. It's a really fun room for comedy, and it's a collaboration show with the Charles R. Wood, the Lower Adirondack Pride, and will be a very fun show with a great lineup. I also have Capital Region's Funniest Comedy Competition coming up, a Crooked Mouth Comedy Festival, Margarita City Show, and Nine Pin Charity Show. That's all coming up, and that information for those shows will be on my website as well as on my social media. So go check them out and go get your tickets. Also, if you're not following me, I'd appreciate the follow on Instagram or Facebook at calebjameswhite, or on TikTok at calebjameswhite17. Also, it helps me out a lot if you subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on social media, like and share the stuff if you feel so inclined, and give some support and love. That helps me out a lot and helps get exposure to the channel, and would be great if you did that. Anyway, enjoy the episode.
B-roll.
I'll have to I'll adjust this throughout just for volume stuff.
So, what's going on, Caleb?
What's going on? Dude, you beat me to it. What's going on, dude? Not much. I've had the day off, and it's been beautiful. Well, kind of. I was supposed to have the full day off, and then I had to go into work this morning because some, I work in, a pretty touristy area, and...
Lake George?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was going to keep on. Yeah, that's okay. There was some, there's a lot of meeting places and hotels and conference centers and stuff there, and there was some pretty high up government official coming through town for this meeting.
Mom Donnie.
And no, that'd be cool. That'd be interesting. It wasn't him. They had to.
I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm trying to remember. They really wanted us to keep it under wraps. It was kind of a secretive thing.
NDA stuff.
I don't know. I don't know what the deal was exactly.
You're clear.
Yeah. Well, I didn't sign anything, but for their security people were coming through and doing a pre-clearance of the area and all that good stuff. So it was interesting. I had to.
That you had to neutralize?
There's been recent threats
to
this person.
Yeah, big one.
So
ISIS.
so yeah, it was kind of interesting. We had to just do standbys and stuff, and it wasn't eventful.
Yeah.
We didn't see anything
What
crazy.
Comedy wise, what's been going on? Anything interesting in the past?
Who's podcasting? No, kidding.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Just get right back into it.
You're good. No, this week has been kind of slow. July was really busy. I went down to the city quite a few times. Well, I say twice. One show and then two competition shows I was part of, which are I'm sure.
Place? Anything good?
No. They were both audience vote shows, so unless you brought a lot of people, you're kind of fucked.
Do you prefer an audience vote or do you prefer a judge panel?
They both kind of suck. It's hard
Anytime I don't win, it sucks.
Yes. Well, it's hard to not be biased in those because I've done both, and it's I've been part of judge vote panels votes, and you could tell they're friends with some of the comedians that were performing. So you're and they were the ones that got through. So you're okay, they might have had a good set, but it wasn't as good as this other lady that went, or it was there was kind of a clear bias there. And then audience votes, one of the shows I did, there was one lady that brought 10 people, and her set was not good, but she made it through.
Yeah.
And there was plenty of other comics that had better sets, so it's tough. It's good for connections and stuff like that, but
yeah, I will say this: of the competitions I've been a part of and didn't win, I think Shipley's got it down pat with the funniest person thing, because the way that he did, I don't know what the format is this year, but like having each audience pick 3 people and then just like total aggregate.
Yes.
After that seemed the most fair.
Yes. I think that makes a lot of sense, because it's not
ahead.
just like one. You're not just voting one vote for the person that brought you here, what you're gonna do. Like the other people that have, like Sean, like he won last year, like he got the votes because he had really good sets.
Yeah, he had like maybe 5 people there for him.
Yeah.
Across all of them, but like there is something to be said about like there are like I think I've only ever won 3, and you feel like kind of like happy that you won, but there's this like, oh, like you feel the vibe switch immediately, and it could be like people that like even like you're friends with, and you're just you can tell they're like, I don't know about that, you know. But like the first thing I did that was like a comedy competition was Funny Bone, in like 2018 had Clash of the Comics, and that's just a straight like I just put on Facebook or Instagram and all that shit, the free ticket thing for me, and then I just had turnout that I didn't expect. I think a lot of the people who came were like, let's see what this guy's got, this piece of shit from high school, you know what I mean? And
They're there to challenge you.
Yeah, I actually at the table that like I saw one of my friends that I knew, I didn't get my invite, and somebody else had brought this kid. He was maybe trying to hook up with like one of the female comics on the thing. And then he told me, he was like, I had no idea you were on this. He's just like, and then after I went, he was like, oh, you just got my vote. Nice. And then like the kids, the ones that brought him, she was just like, her mom was like, you stole that Dan's vote, like, you know what I mean, something like that. And I was like, I don't know, just did my best. But that was like weird too, because like that's just like, I know that it wasn't on merit. It wasn't my jokes. It was just more people recognized me than the other people. Or, and like there was another one that I was on. This one was down, I want to say it was somewhere near Poughkeepsie. And this one was just a complete shit show. Like, I feel like half the people didn't know a contest was happening there. Sure. And there was like 10 comics on it. And does that mean stop talking?
No, you're good. There we go.
And so there were like 10 comics on it. And unbeknownst to me, there was like a comic that I had beefed with at a previous open mic. And like I was just like, I just inadvertently roasted him. I was like, what was your favorite toy growing up? And he said like Power, like just said that to the whole audience. He said Power Rangers. I was just like, gay. You know what I mean? And he was like very like butthurt about it. And then happened to be like a week away from competing against him on the thing.
It's so funny when people like, it's such a simple like slight, like to call someone gay.
Dude, he got really offended.
Straight people or like closeted gay people get really offended at
I think that could have been the case. We don't know. But I feel bad about it. It was definitely like some hack shit that I was just like, it was just one of those things where I will say this, it got a good laugh, but it's one of those things where like, like I thought he was an audience member, so I felt really bad. Well, later on when he got up and was like, he was trying to take shots at me, that was just made it funnier. But so unfortunately, when I was doing my set, like at the comedy contest, wherever in like near or about Poughkeepsie, somewhere down south, he was like the last guy to go, right? And I was like the third guy to go. So I said, I was just like you ever feel like your name like decides who you become? Like just shout out a name. And he said his name. And I'm not going to, well, I'll say it. His name was Gilbert, right? Oh. And I was like, Gilbert is a pedophile name. Yeah. And I didn't know that it was the same guy. And he said his own name. And I kind of felt bad, but
it sounds like he needs to learn a lesson and calm down. Like, he's
also like, he's not trying to help. He's just trying to make something about him. It's one of those energies. And so after that, like, because he wanted to clap back at me. He was like 5 comics later, and he knew it wouldn't be as good. He like made up some bullshit that like he had to go pick his kids up, so he had to go right away. Oh. And then he tried to go after me, and he just ate shit, like trying to roast me back, and bumped like 4 other comics, like, to go after him, and lost, and then like started fucking. He like was like going around starting a like smear campaign. Yeah. like that I shouldn't have
crazy.
won, and all my friends were on the. I had like one friend that was a judge, you know, what I mean? But it was like palpable. Like that was the one that like I was like I definitely won that one, but
it's crazy to me that people have that response to comedy. Like it's just jokes. Like just chill out.
that was like the perfect storm of shit for him though, because it was like he got roasted one week, got roasted the next week, and then on top of that took a L.
Yeah,
he got called gay, then called the pedophile, and then lost.
Progressively getting worse. Yeah,
him walk away with that 100 flexing it. You know?
Yeah, good.
But
that's funny. Have you ever done roasts, or like are you a roast comic at all?
I did a roast contest. I did like 2 roasts, and I got really badly heckled.
Okay.
There was a judge mic for whatever reason, and instead of I feel maybe I took it too personally, but there was a judge that was not fond of me. And in the middle of like when I'm doing my, and keep in mind, I only wrote like 5 roasts or something like that. It was like a back and forth format. So like I'd be in the middle of talking, and then like the judge mic would be like, "Ed sucks," like or something, something to that effect.
Try to
you know what I mean? And I'd be like, "Oh, like how? I thought I was roasting them, not you." You know, so I haven't had a good experience with that. I do like writing roast jokes, but like it just requires, I don't know. It's a tough thing to nuance because you can go hard in the paint and have it be really funny, but it's like I still have to see this person. Or like you know, I like this person, but I really want to have a funny joke. Like, what is off limits? What's on the table?
Right.
But
it has to be like a common understanding that like it's just jokes. It's no hard feelings. Like the point of a roast is to roast, and like you're gonna say crazy things about the other person.
Yeah.
But you need to be friends afterward. Like that's just I don't know. It's hard for I think people to not take things personally and have that perspective. But I don't know. I've also not done a roast, so like I feel like I'd enjoy writing roast jokes, but it doesn't always translate to the stage or like to actual roast that well. So it's
the one thing that I struggled with is the person, at least in that instance that I was going against, was non-binary. So I was like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't write a single, like if I could go back, I would like write something like obviously about that.
Right.
Or, you know, try and tell something. But it's also like that is, and especially at that time, that was like 2021 maybe. And I was, I'm still not a good enough comic to land those planes. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where I think I made some joke about how like, you know, they definitely watch tentacle porn or something. Like it's something about the porn they watch. I don't know. It was bad, but I think the biggest thing that I didn't like was the heckle from like a fellow comedian was tough.
Yeah.
But like in their mind, they weren't heckling; they were adding to the experience via the judge mic, the God mic is what they call it, I guess. Yeah. But like I've never heard like during Louis C.K.'s set, the God mic come on,
right?
Call him fat or something.
Yeah, because whoever said that thing would get fired. Sure.
But
or the Louis C.K. or those comics are just very good at roasts, so I'm sure they'd pull something out of pocket that's crazy.
Have you ever been like heckled? Good.
A few times. There's been like, not really at a show that I can remember. I've been at like mics, especially at the Comedy Works. We'll get like drunk people that come into there.
Oh yeah, Comedy Works is a breeding ground. For
yes, and it's like it's always the drunk like 30-year-old guys that just think they're the funniest in their friend group, and they're like, I could crush at this. It's like it was like I don't know, a month ago. Ian was up on stage, and he's relatively, I think he's like 9 months or so in or whatever, and he had a really good set. Yeah, he's really doing well. If you're listening, Ian, shout out, bud.
That was for you.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have said that if I wasn't sure that he was.
We should start roasting him.
What a loser. No, cool.
he's doing really well. But this guy like started. I think he like called out this guy or something.
Oh, I heard about this. Yeah,
and he's just one of those dudes like. Short little Italian man, like he had like a chain necklace on, sunglasses on in this basement of the fucking Comedy Works, and he like walked up on stage and he was like trying to make all these pussy jokes and like just try to be the funniest one.
Like took the mic out of his hands.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
And it was just ridiculous. Like who in your right mind would think that that's okay to do and think you're gonna do well? Like he absolutely ate shit up there, Ian didn't really know how to handle that, and like Nate came in and kind of escorted the guy off stage. Yeah, and it was a problem the rest of the night. But yeah, it's stuff like that. Like he ended up heckling me because I made fun of his friends because I was like, "Are you guys friends with this guy for like a long time?" And they were like, "Yeah." And I was like, and I looked at the dude and I was like, "You need to get new friends because these guys clearly don't know when to tell you something's a bad idea." Like something like that.
I'm sure
and
he loved that.
He got riled up again. He was like, "Oh, you want me to come back up on stage and like take?" I was like, "No, dude, sit your ass down."
Yeah.
But stuff like that. So it's nothing like overly crazy, but
I had the craziest heckle last week. Well, I got heckled so bad, and it was at McCaddy's, and it was Seamus's first time hosting.
Okay.
And I just got fucking absolutely eviscerated by this guy. He was like chirp. He would chirp everybody once, but this guy literally everything I said. It was like we were just having a dialogue. Like I got up there, he was like you're short and fat. Like this, no words came out of my mouth, and I was like, damn. And like that's helpful because I'll take that criticism. Yeah. I gotta hit the gym, But
I'm on Ozempic now.
It was like every single word, and like it got to the point where everybody thinks they're gonna be like a Steve Hofstetter or whatever and shut this guy down and make him like. But this is like fucking. There's 10 people in this room.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's hard enough to like. And I'm not gonna say that I had good shit to run through. It was like shit from the back of the pad.
Sure.
But
it's always this simple comments like that, like you're gay, you're short, you're fat. Like that's always like.
I was paying some karma debt there.
It,
There's something I did to deserve that, and I gotta look inward on that. I don't know, but basically, we just went like I just kept trying to tell my joke. He'd step on it, and then I'd be like, "Oh, like what's your name?" He'd be like, "I'm not telling you." Like what I mean? Like and
of course you're not gonna tell.
Come to find out, I guess it was actually that guy's birthday, and like supposedly, I don't know. This is just what the audience said, but like somebody had forgotten his birthday, and he was there alone, and he was just like sandcastle kicking.
Oh,
but I handled
sandcastle kicking.
Dude, I handled it like a little bitch. You know what I mean?
Well.
All I did was like I just got mad and like halfway through I was just like, oh, it's when somebody yelled out it's his birthday, I was like, let's sing him happy birthday. Like and it was just like happy birthday, most annoying guy in the universe. Like
it's like ultimately who do you feel like he ruined your set for the night, but his day he's at the bar Monday night for his birthday celebrating alone.
I think that he was on cloud 9. There was like he did say one thing that was like maybe the short and fat thing or something else. Like early on, he said something and it got a big laugh, and I was like, "Hey, get that funny guy out of here!"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I kept asking him to sign up, trying to get him to sign up because, like, I mean, I don't know what else he'd do with that. You know, I was kind of hoping he signs up and then I just heckle him.
Yeah.
You know, I don't
Turn
know,
the tables on him.
Probably the best thing I said was like, am I gonna have to get my ass kicked outside after this? And I got like a pretty good laugh. But like after I was like, yeah, let's go outside. Like, you know what I mean? And like it's so awkward because I didn't stop my little like voice recording of my shitty set. So I have just like all of the evidence and like me going outside and being like, hey man, like what the fuck? Like, why would you do that? What are you doing? And he's like, you came at me, and I was like, no, bro, you started it. Like,
and we're gonna cut to that audio now. So no,
I'm not. That one's getting burned. But it was so funny. Like one of the funniest fucking things is like this guy was like a foot taller than me. And so he's like standing on the street and we're both standing on the curb or like, you know, sidewalk, and I'm like talking to him and I'm like chest level with this guy, you know what I mean? And then I step up on the step to McCaddy, so I'm like eye to eye with him, and I'm just like scolding him like what the fuck, man? Like you're a piece of shit, dude. You're a sandcastle kicker. Like you don't do that. You just want to destroy somebody else's thing. And like it was so awkward too because I had to speed off like a little bitch because like I was going to buy a driver on Facebook Marketplace and I was like 10 minutes late already. So I had to just like get in there and drive away.
That's really funny.
And supposedly after like he went in and apologized to everybody except for the one person who needed the apology.
Who affected the most. I mean? Was there a lot of comics there?
It was probably like 10 people.
Okay. The mechanics mics is always fun because like it's kind of fun just sitting there and like hanging out.
It's been pretty good lately. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like sometimes it's pretty like quiet, but lately it's been lively. We had a few. Nice. I guess the most embarrassing thing is there was like 2 tables of like new comics.
Okay.
Like maybe one person in them who's actually doing it, but like they like came to my mic after and they were like, "Hey man, like you handled that so well," and like I was like, "Don't build me up. That was shit. I'm shit." You know,
Don't degrade me.
it was just a weird week for me.
Nice.
But
The mic the other day was fun. There was a lot of
that
people
was
there.
crazy too.
Yeah.
That was the girl that brought those like 10 people in the back corner there. That was the girl who witnessed me get eviscerated by the heckler.
Interesting.
But you know, you gotta. The amount of times I listened to that on the way to pick up that driver.
Yeah.
It was a 40-minute drive. I listened to it 3 times, you know, and I was just like,
Were you like
okay.
writhing?
You know, I was like, what can I do better? Like, you know, he was saying he was like, I was like, sign up, get your own time. He's like, nah, I like your time and like quick, like, you know what I mean? And I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, he's right.
That's tough. The worst people to deal with at work are like the drunks that are like that, because you're trying to like they fell or they hurt themselves or they're super drunk and they can't, like, we're taking them to the hospital whether they like it or not. But then they're just like really quick on like coming back at you with just this out of pocket stuff you don't expect.
Yeah.
It's like we had this really bad drunk guy one time that was like combative. Like we were wrestling him onto the stretcher.
Like literally wrestling.
Yes. Like he was fighting everybody. He was kicking, all this kind of stuff.
Do I know this guy?
Yeah. It's the guy from the other night. No.
Yeah.
No, he was, this was a few years ago, but he, when he came into the hospital, they were like putting him on a stretcher and he was just making fun of he was going around everybody that was like signing him down, and he was roasting really well.
It was really good. Were you laughing? Like, it's hard not to laugh, right?
Yes. Like it's irritating because he's like clearly just a drunk asshole. He's young. So like he's getting like a DUI off of this. So like it's just a weird situation. But then he looked at me and the shirt I was wearing was like slightly tight. And he was like, dude, I can see your fucking nipple through that shirt. And that destroyed me. I was like, can we really? Oh,
It's cold.
yeah. I think I said something stupid. I was like, well, at least I'm not strapped to a stretcher right now.
Could be worse. I could be getting a Dewey.
Yeah. But it's always people like
You look
that.
real funny chained to that fucking gurney, bud.
Yeah. Just ripped his shirt up and be like, I can see your nipples right now. How's that?
Yeah, just fucking flick them.
Yeah. Get a little titty twister.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
This is crazy. Yeah, I've never really like I've had like some heckles, but never like that. That was like one of the ones where I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. Sticks out. Yeah.
The one line that really stuck out to me is like when he was like saying I want your time. I was like, well, you know, I do this like 3 times a week or something like that, and he was just like, oh my god, what a waste of time. You fucking suck.
Oh,
Everybody else was funny, and like I was sitting there and like we're all struggling, you know. And like that's the one where like, okay, I wonder, he probably knew I was recording the shit because that one cut.
I would just been like, fuck you, pal. You're alone on your birthday on a Monday night.
I gotta hit the gym, go
get a bag of dicks.
Gotta go win a competition where I just bring 10 people, make myself feel a little bit better about it. You know?
Yeah, that's silly. So you've been doing comedy for a while though, like
Too long.
Too long? How's too long?
Too long for how bad I am at it. I did my first one in like 2018.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
But I didn't really get serious about it till probably 2019.
Okay.
So I guess 7 years about.
Yeah.
I don't
Nice.
know how I always feel weird talking about it because it feels like I should have hit more accolades. You know, I should be selling at the Garden by now.
Yeah.
You know, something.
It's hard. I feel like, I don't know. I've been thinking about that lately. I was like, how long is appropriate to commit before you like move to the city and make a move to where like, because I feel like that's all the people that are like selling out the Garden now that are like 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
Like they made like a move like to the city or like
You got to do
to
something.
LA or something. I'm like, oh,
It's just like
I just don't know if I want to do this.
it's scary, you know. But I don't know.
Nice.
It's one of those things where when I think about how long I've done it, I'm like, I gotta stop. Like some of the jokes that like, okay, if I'm booked on a show, like for instance, I was on the Margarita City show on Friday.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell jokes, and some of them I wrote like 2019, 2020, you know what
Sure.
I mean? And I'm like so attached to them because like I'm so proud of them and like they're funny and like that's sometimes it just fits in with what I'm talking about. And other times like I'll listen to my shit and I'll be like if you go through like old voice recordings or like just recordings of like old sets, you're like, my God, I've been telling it for fucking 2 years now. Like
Sure. Yeah.
just stupid shit, and I'm just like, I'm a hack. I'm a fucking.
No.
Well,
That's everybody though. I like not a hack, but everybody does that. Like
Yeah.
I've been listening to like jokes back, or like I record all my sets, so I have like this huge list of videos on my phone. And I was like watching some of my original ones. I was like, wow, I've been doing this joke for like my entire time doing comedy. And like I'll write new tags and stuff for it, but it's like kind of the same thing. And I'm like, it's kind of encouraging to like write harder and write better.
Yeah.
So
I guess the best I felt about it lately, I was on this hip comedy show, which like I was a bit nervous about because like very few times will you have music and comedy intersect on a show where it's like done well and right, you know?
Sure.
And I think like the guy who put it on, this guy Cam, just absolutely nailed it because it was like, you know, it's easy to pass a mic. Like I've done shit where like a band has to load in and you got to tell jokes like around that. That's fucking terrible. But like this one was fun because I told, and this is like, I guess why I'm thinking about it. There was a comic who I hadn't seen in like probably since 2020, and they just moved back up from the city, and they were like, you were telling some of those jokes when I left. And I was like, fuck, like, you know, they're right. And, but like what I did, I guess, or what I like to do is like try and make it, and this is unfortunate too, because it definitely breeds hecklers, but I'm like one of those annoying comics that will like ask a question and then like wait for, you know, hopefully somebody gives me a nugget in response, and then like I can either like, you know, say something about that and then get into the shit that I actually want to talk about. So like and that's incredibly hacky, and I feel hacky saying that shit, but like
I don't think that's hacky though. I think that's built on,
it's contingent on them responding. That's the part that I need to get away from.
well, it seems more hacky, I guess, if it doesn't go well. But like if, like I've seen you like closed out the show at the Rock Hill Bakehouse, and you were asking like questions and more interactive with the comics.
Yeah.
I think that's more of a tell of like someone that's been doing it like longer, because you have more confidence to do that. Like I'm starting to ask more questions on stage, but I'm not doing that a lot. Like I have like one bit maybe that I'm like trying to interact more people with.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, it's
like
sometimes
intentionally, but
you get such a high because sometimes somebody will say something and then it will just bring you into this whole extra web of like directions you can go
Sure.
from that topic.
yeah.
Like, I just had a particularly good night that night with it, right? Where there was a very like generous couple in the front, and it was a bit about like dirty talk and playing music during like sex or whatever. And there was just this couple that they got like, it was like I don't even know. It was just a good symbiosis because they were enjoying it so much and they were sharing enough. And I was like, oh my God, like it just worked really well. But like other times, like if you ask something and they just leave you hanging, it's just like, oh, how about this? Like, you know, yeah. But
Damn it.
that's the stuff that like, that's the part I really enjoy is like, because anybody can have like, you know, 15, 20, 30 minutes of shit that they wrote. But like if it's something that's like, it's a beautiful moment in time that only exists for this audience.
Yeah.
It feels like it's like fucking Sully Sullenberger landing that plane on the Hudson. You know what I mean?
It's like,
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And like I felt like
Also, weird analogy, but I get what you said.
no, bro. I think about Sully at least twice a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly just making like a little metaphor about him or like comparing something to that. But
About him
like,
being an amazing.
what a
pilot.
fucking hero, dude.
He is. That's funny. Yeah, it's definitely. I've had like maybe one or two moments like that where like the audience interaction just went well, or like there was like I did a show for our firehouse. We had like a fireman's convention up in Lake George, and like a bunch of firehouses from all over the Hudson Valley were up there, and.
I think you were telling me about this one.
Yeah, I was like I have a bit about like annoying patients in the ambulance.
Yeah.
And there happened to be a larger gentleman sitting up front that like heckled a little
Big
bit.
fat guy.
Yeah. A fucking huge hippo. No,
Fucking hippo.
No, he called me at one point like a wannabe firefighter, which is because I said I was a volunteer, and which is funny because like everybody there was volunteer firefighters, including himself. So it was kind of like a weird insult, but like it made the audience laugh. So I was just like, I'm going to remember that. But then I go into this bit about annoying patients on the ambulance and saying, like, if they annoy me to get back at them, I'll add 10 pounds to their weight. And then I just gave them a little side eye. And, like, the audience caught on to that and laughed really hard. Like, that was the biggest laugh I had of the entire night. And I was so good. I was probably shaking a little bit. Like, it felt so good.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
It's electric sometimes.
Yeah, it is. It feels so fucking good, but nice. So you've been doing it for like 7-8 years now.
Yep.
What's been your favorite performance experience in that time? I know you've had a lot, but
Favorite performance experience is tough. I guess if you asked me, there was this one, and this is like stupid. It was a bringer gig, right?
Okay.
And I think I saw that, like, basically what these people would do is they would book like 3 actual like working comics in the city, and then fill the rest of the, it's probably 2 hours total with just like people who are like trying to get into it, and you had to sell 2 tickets to get on, and I did that, and the only reason that I was really interested in going to this one was because Mark Norman was on it.
oh, wow,
You know what I mean? So I was like still am a big Mark Norman fan, and I was like, oh my God, I get to be on the same bill as Mark Norman. I was fucking like not really seasoned enough to know like this, like, okay, I'm gonna get on a train. I'm gonna spend probably $100 to go see Mark Norman for maybe 15 minutes, maybe 10. And then I got to shiest 2 of my friends into my city friends into this, and I don't even think I sold any tickets. I think one person came, and I think Twan was on it too, and Twan gave me one of his bringers so that I could get on.
Nice.
And I had a really, for that time, like that was one of my best sets at that time.
Yeah.
And I got to meet him, and I just did not handle that well. But
really
it was
fangirling?
Not fangirling. Like, I listened to his podcast and stuff like that, and like he calls his fans Tuesdays.
Okay.
So like I went up to him and I was just like, I'm a gay. And he was like thinking that he would get it, and he was like, okay, like, you know what I mean?
He's like, what the fuck?
Very much
Why do you
just
leave
like,
with that?
get this guy out of here. This guy's on the bill. Fuck, you know what I mean? And so it was just very embarrassing, and I was like trying to avoid him after that. You know what I mean? He was cool. Like, he didn't do anything dicky or anything like that. Like, he was very like patient, I guess.
Did he get what you were saying?
I think he did, but I don't think that even if he got it or didn't get it, I was expecting like, oh, that's awesome. Like, you know what I mean? And he was like, okay.
He's like, I applaud your.
I feel like if he was big enough to have security around him at that time, I probably would have gotten hooked.
He would have been like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. I just think that he has to navigate a lot of that shit.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm a gay is a crazy way to say hi to somebody.
I mean, I thought that was going to be like I thought he would be like, oh, like that's like a callback to the pot. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I thought I was speaking his language.
Yeah.
And so that was interesting. And then I had this seat. It was like a bench seat. And it was like off to the side where like a lot of the comics were sitting. And I had like my phone on a charger. And then like I think I was getting ready to go up. So I like stood up for a second. And I picked my charger up and I went and got a drink. And I was standing like right by my seat. And I went to go sit down. And Mark Norman is there charging his phone now. So I almost like half sat on him too. And then I was like, all right, I just got to get the fuck away from him.
It would be funny if you like I'm a gay and then sat on his lap.
Yeah. Oh my God. I was just it was just cringy. Yeah. But that was cool.
It's so hard to know like how to interact with celebrities because I've been in situations where I've like been around someone that I respect a lot, and I used to try to like make an effort to be like I want to tell them how important their work is to me, like, you know. Yeah. But they get that all the time, and they're just trying to sit there and enjoy the day or whatever. They don't want to talk to me. So I really am like just trying to rein myself back and be like, okay, I'm not going to talk to these people. It's like Lisa Traeger is a comic I really like, and I went down to every time I go to the city, I try to go to the Comedy Cellar at least once. Yeah, and they have the Olive Tree. I think it's like their bar that's attached to that, and like all their comics go in there and hang out before the shows. Like I was just sitting at the bar, and like she walked in, or she was sitting over there like working on jokes. She was like writing in her notepad and like talking with another comic and just kind of like. brainstorming some ideas, and I was like, that's really fucking cool that she's right there. I'm not gonna go up and talk to her because I'm gonna look so fucking weird.
Yeah.
But it's tough. But nice. Any other experiences that really stood out?
That was probably like the most, like I was like, oh shit, I get to share stage, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I get to pay $40 to share stage with this guy. That was cool just because that was like, you know, I got to meet somebody, I guess if you can call that meeting them, that I like kind of looked up to.
Sure.
As far as like me performing or just like like
Whatever you want to share,
okay.
Whatever stands out.
I would say before that the Clash of the Comics thing was cool because I felt somewhat validated, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Didn't really think about it as like, oh, 20 people showed up. It still felt like I won at that time, but looking back, it's like, I just had the most people there. And I don't know. Honestly, the hip hop thing was like the best one recently.
Yeah. That was really cool.
Where
was that at?
That was at Albany Distilling.
Oh, okay.
And
nice.
That one was just fun because like the artist who went before me was like so good, and even the one that went after me, so good. Nice. And like how Cam did it was like hip hop comedy, hip hop comedy, hip hop comedy. So it was like fun to like see, and like everybody was enjoying it too.
Nice.
And there was just like I guess like listening to that recording, it's just like fun to see what the input from the audience altered, like, because I said everything different than I would normally say it. So anything that brings me out of my set and then forces me to like think and react, like those are the ones that I really appreciate. There was also just moments that I remember where like I could, let's say I told a joke like 50 times one way, you know what I mean? Somebody says something, like for instance, like I have a joke about donating sperm. I was like, has anybody here ever donated sperm? And I did that at like the last year's Funniest Comic thing, and this woman yelled like, I have, and I was just like, oh yeah, you just turtle walked it into the fucking sperm bank and queefed it out or whatever. I don't know, but like that was something where I had told that joke probably 50 times that way, and then never had like a female person respond, and then like I had to like come up with something quick. So I don't know. That I also liked the Are You Afraid of the Dark shows at Son of Egg. Like those were always really good rooms, and I always had a good time there.
That is a really fun room to go to, especially like I went to one of the
audience is just so good.
Yeah, and it's like intimate, like it's cool.
Yeah, Blake and Will do a good job.
Yeah,
with that.
they really do. I don't know if they have any coming up, but
let's hope.
Yeah, I need to plug those if they do.
Caleb and I are on it.
Yeah,
but
we'll advertise if you put us on the show.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough.
Who are your favorites?
Who are my favorites?
Who do you like to watch
in the scene?
Yeah. Well, I'm like full-time comics.
Okay.
Professional.
I will say this: the first time I saw Bobby Kelly at Comedy Works, like before the open mic, I've never seen anybody command a room like that. And it was like, that's probably like half of, if I'm thinking about it, like why I like that style. He has that style where it's an interactive thing. Sure. Like I watched Bobby Kelly at the Comedy Works he was roasting a guy for wearing a cardigan. He was like, nah, that's her fucking shirt. And these people were on like their first or second date or something like that. He made this guy get up, take his cardigan off and put it on the girl, and you know what I mean? Just like the control he had of the room.
You're making people swap outfits in the middle of the show. It's crazy.
Oh my god, it was crazy to see.
Yeah,
the amount of control that he had over the room. It was like a hypnosis that we like slid into. That's and cool. Like he is just really just a killer, dude. Like I don't even know. I hate saying like, oh, they're a killer. Like this fucking hack shit on a podcast, but
no, I know what you mean though. It's like there's something to be said about like going to a comedy show, because I feel like there's almost an expectation of like you don't know if you're gonna mess with a comic style or like their joke writing or something, but when they have the ability to like take command like that and really just command the entire experience, it's almost like relieving that you just get to sit back and like just enjoy it
I
instead
was
of like,
I was out of body.
yeah,
I was out
yeah,
of body for Bobby Kelly. I was just
Yeah.
like, oh my god, this guy's got it figured out. Same thing is Adrienne Appalucci actually at Comedy Works, like, and this was before she was like opening for Louis. Well, she might have been opening for Louis, but like it was a very undersold show. So there was probably like 15 of us in there.
Yeah.
And like I was just like, oh god, like how is like somebody of her status gonna handle that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just like, cause I struggle sometimes when it's like there's not a lot of people. Are you gonna get the right energy? Is it gonna feel like weird? You know?
Yeah.
And she was just like deadpan, fucking hilarious. And there was like a couple that just like hated her shit. She has a rape joke, and like this woman like got up and left in the middle. And she was like, "Good, get the fuck out of here." It's like, you clearly haven't heard of me. Like, just the resilience and like I don't know. It was just really impressive.
Yeah.
But like I do like I love Bill Burr. I grew up. I think when I got Netflix, the first thing I did was watch like all the Bill Burr specials that they had on there, and Chappelle. Like I love Chappelle. I love Louis. Like that's the stuff that I like grew up watching. And so obviously Mark Norman's good too, but those were the people that like I'd say I consume the most of.
Yeah.
Now it's like tough. I feel like it's hard for me to watch a special now. Like I tried I don't know. It's just hard because like if I'm thinking about it, like I'll only watch a special if I'm like, okay, this person's never like I missed that tour. I'm not gonna see these jokes. I gotta see it on footage. But like it's just like a completely different thing.
Yeah. And it is different watching a special versus like
it's
in-person
crazy
viewing. Yeah.
My favorite thing is just like small room comedy. That's why like I said like the Comedy Works stuff. But like I saw trying to think like the best comedy show I've attended, and I feel like 2 times it was Louis. You know, I saw him like literally right before COVID. It was like a Wednesday or Tuesday at the Egg before COVID, and he got up there. He's just like, guys, this is the last comedy show they're ever gonna do, so we gotta enjoy it, make it count. You know, and then of course it was for like a year and a half, 2 years, but that and I saw him at like Levity. And like those were absolutely like 2 of my favorite shows I've seen. But I saw him at Madison Square Garden, and there was just like a disconnect. Like I didn't feel it the same way, you know. Don't get me wrong, I was happy to be there, and it was definitely funny. But like seeing a comedy show where I'm looking at a jumbotron, more than like, because like I can see down there, but I can't see mannerisms and shit. You know, I can't see all the little nuances of act outs or whatever.
And it is very different. Like most, I don't think people think about the fact that like most of these comics started off in like this, like the cellar or like smaller rooms. Yeah, and that's where they kind of built their style off of. And then when they go to like arenas, they have to like change up their timing and like allow more time for jokes to hit.
Never
and like
imagine.
Yeah, so it's, and I only know this because I've heard them talk about it. Like Nip Bargatze talks about like his stadium tours and stuff, and how he's like really had to kind of slow things down, allow things to hit, kind of change the timing, which kind of plays into his style. But other people that are like really quick and just like constantly popping off jokes, now they have to slow down. It's like probably weird or doesn't translate to what you'd think. But I try to watch a decent amount of specials, especially with like comics that I enjoy a lot. Like Brian Hamilton just had a new one come out like a few months ago, and I really like him. I just appreciate his style a lot. And then watching his new, I've only seen him live once at the Cellar, and that was like a 15-minute set, so like it wasn't really his full show, but it was just so fun watching that. And then one I never used to really watch Andrew Schultz a lot, but then his live special came out on Netflix, and I've probably watched it like 10 times because
10 times is crazy.
Yeah, I really like that special.
Before you go to bed.
Yeah, I sleep to it. Is that weird?
Get Schultz on here.
No, there was something about it, like, because he's kind of like, he's a storytelling comic.
Yeah,
and
he definitely does like it's like a sandcastle. It's just like he is so good at like getting the audience to participate, and then like kind of like he controls that room.
He does, and there is just something about watching him that was like, I don't know, I just admire it because he's really good at connecting with the audience. Like he made it really personal. He incorporated like the story of the birth of his daughter, and then like the part that really stood out was like he had a clip of like not the birth but like
just had his wife's.
He's like hoo-ha up there on screen, but like he was like playing videos of that, and it was like kind of a sweet moment and almost drew you in like a unique way that was a little separate than just telling jokes. But yeah, I love stuff like that. And then yeah, you're right. The like smaller rooms are just so much fun to go to. Like I always try to go to the Cellar when I'm in the city because it's fun. Like it's just so cool to go there.
It's just there's just a different energy. You know, it's like it feels like it's just for you. You know, trying to think.
Also, it's 9 something at night, by the way. So that's why I'm having a drink. I don't want people to think I'm day drinking or whatever.
I'm trying to lose weight. So I'm drinking. It's cool that you ripped the labels off these.
Yeah.
That just in case. Just in case this thing goes viral, you don't gotta pay Price Chopper.
Price Chopper, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just always seen people do that, so I was like, should I be doing that? So I've kind of done it like without thinking, but
no, I like it.
I don't know.
I think it's because they don't want to give free marketing to anybody who doesn't sponsor or something like that.
Sure.
Because people pay. I don't know. I'm just inferring though. I have no fucking.
If you want your label in this podcast that gets like 50 to 100 views each episode,
Hey, 50 to 100 views is solid.
Yeah.
When I was doing my podcast, I was happy with like fucking 30.
Yeah.
You know?
I post like cross platforms. Like there's like one website I upload the audio to that distributes it to like Spotify and Apple and stuff, and that normally gets like 30 to 40.
Yeah, that's
sometimes higher.
What the fuck is it? Anchor?
I use Podbean.
Okay.
Very similar, but and then YouTube is like I upload the video on there, and that gets a lot different views, like normally higher than just the audio.
Yeah.
But it's steadily growing.
Have you ever done a live one?
No, I've not.
Dude, we should do a live one. That's like the one thing, I guess. God, this makes me want to get back into it. I just miss it. But we would do ours live, and the 3 or 4 times we had somebody call in or like hit the chat, like just being able to respond to like that shit was fun.
Yeah.
And for a while, like when it was like we were just running out of shit, just because it was like COVID and shit. But
yeah,
what we had was this. It's like chat roulette, but for audio.
Okay.
And so we would get a random person on, and
kind of fun.
This one I actually didn't end up publishing because it was like just like it was like a 2-hour conversation, but I got this guy just random luck of the draw shit, and he was a cult survivor from like the what is his name, David Koresh, something like that.
Okay.
One of the Texas cult, I forget what it was called.
Yes.
Kingdom something. I don't know. But basically, this guy told me for
a few from Texas.
2 hours about like how he just misses being in like the cult.
Oh.
How everything was handled, and like when he was a kid growing up in the cult, like if he did something wrong or like anything like that, it was on an old Air Force base. Is what this guy had, and what they would have to do is drag like a Humvee or something. Like all the kids would just be strapped to the Humvee and just walk it from one side to the other, and that was like their punishment if they like spoke back or
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was just like, and
he misses it.
Well, he was just like everything was taken care of. I like it was like oh God, I should go back and listen to that. Yeah. But basically, he honestly he was kind of a piece of shit. I will say this, but he was definitely misogynistic. But he was just like, oh, women would never talk to me like the same way that they do now that I'm out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was a very like you could tell. Like I was like, you got a girl now, and he's just like, yeah, and he's like, I know, I love her, but I have to put up with a lot of shit that I wouldn't have to put up with. Like men were treated like royalty there, bro. Yeah. Like, and he was going on and on about this, and I was like, oh my God, is this guy crazy? Yeah. Like, this guy sounds like one of those. I don't even know. Like he would totally try and start his own cult. Is what I was
yeah
gathering. Like
maybe he is. I don't know. That's like some deep psychological. It's weird. Like when people grow up in like such heinous atmospheres and like just crazy structure, I guess you can say, and then that translates to them being like comfortable in that because it's all they know, or that's like what they grew up knowing, or grew up. Yeah, that's right. I think the alcohol's hitting just slightly to where it's gonna throw out my vocabulary.
It's fine. We know that you're a learned man.
Yeah. But that is really interesting to me, like that people become comfortable with those things, and like I'm glad that he's out of it. That's good. But
dude, he also said that he was like when he left the cult, he got like hard into drugs, and supposedly was a pimp for a little bit. And I was like, that's great.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's
and
insane.
Then that all of this. Like what is a pimp but a mini cult leader? You know what I mean?
Right.
He just has a cult of his flock. You know?
Yeah.
It's just
Crazy.
A smaller subsect of a cult. You know?
Is he a local guy?
No. I think he was in Texas or Albany. That's why this app was cool because it was all just people who just wanted to chat.
Interesting.
And so like, I think if I had like one of the other hosts like out, I would just be like, because I had a whole studio set up like this, it's awesome. A whole bedroom. It's a commitment. I had I wanted to get my podcasting chaps up, and this was like one of those things where I was so proud of myself for keeping this guy on and like saying interesting stuff. Like it was the most stern I'd ever felt. Like I felt like not as creepy as Stern, but like just like. Yes, and it was like a Larry King, Howard Stern thing that I had going with this guy. I don't even know, but
your interview skills really came out in that.
Oh,
it'd be interesting to listen to.
I got it somewhere. I just gotta find it. I have like SD cards that I just like never did anything with because what happened was my buddy had what is it? Not Audible. What's the Adobe's fucking?
Oh, is it just called Adobe?
There's something
like that. Yeah.
I don't know, but my buddy stopped paying for Adobe, and then I had to get onto Audible and stuff like that after, and it just made the workflow was like more difficult. So I just didn't process. I think I got like 4 or 5 episodes I never put up, but that's why I like the YouTube so much because I would just put it on and go live, and it would self-publish it.
Yeah.
And it's like raw, you know what I mean? Something fucks up, like.
Right.
I'm also just lazy with the editing, if I'm being honest.
It's a lot of work though.
It's crazy amount of work.
To edit one episode, I have to like I splice the audio from the board and the video of this together. Yeah. And then that takes some time, and then I have to like add in like the parts where the camera cuts off. I add in the logo over that, and then like I have to line up the audio on the back end of that.
Way too much.
It's just a lot. So like it takes like at least an hour and a half to like edit everything together how I want, and then it takes forever to upload it onto onto the computer and then stream that onto like Audible and stuff. But it's just a workload that people don't really realize. I don't think. I
think I could help you. We could get this dialed. We can. I'll help you with the workflow. I'm telling you, the live to YouTube thing. Even if you don't like, that is just infinitely easier.
Sure.
As long as you have like run the audio, like, so the audio device for the YouTube is coming through there. It's amazing. It changed my life and it made it so much easier.
Nice.
And I think you can even do like a live for later thing, so it goes direct to the thing. And
it'd be cool to do a live episode. I've not really thought about the logistics of it.
The only thing that sucks is that you have to do it the same time every time. And that's, I think, why my podcast is no more.
Sure.
Because it was like, it was like every Sunday at like noon or something. And
I see. Yeah.
We did get a lot of like people who would tune in. Well, a lot is like 10, live.
That's a decent, yeah.
But like it definitely made it more fun. But like the one thing that I fucking am just terrible with is audio editing.
Yeah.
Because like I would denoise it, and then it would add weird squeaks places, and then I would try. The more I was just like, okay, what will be. The easier it got, but I don't know that production value went up. Who's to say?
It's a lot of work. I'm like helping, like Jay's starting the Lark Street Live thing on Sundays. So he's like trying to figure out all the editing for that, which come out to that. That'll be really fun. It's this coming Sunday is the first one.
Yeah, Jay's awesome.
Yeah, I think he's going to do really well with it. But but like it's kind of a lot to like produce all that because there's like the audio, there's a few different cameras, there's like tech stuff going on the TVs and like. So there's just like a lot of coordinating, and it's like I really don't think people understand how much work that is.
It's crazy
on the back end.
It's crazy how quick like I became a boomer with that shit too. Like there was a while where like I was on the cutting edge of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like when the first GoPro came out, I was like, oh, this is easy, you know?
Yeah.
And now it's just like there's so many things you got to do, and then it's like okay, if you say any number, like another thing I was doing with my podcast is I would like. Have like a clip in there that would get pulled from YouTube, or you know, anything monetized would get pulled. Yeah. Or if I had to, like one time, what we did was we had a friend of mine come in and play "Short People" by Randy Newman on like a piano, and we were like singing, and that got pulled. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like because it like had the right notes or like the
That's so tough because like. I've had one video I think get pulled because I did like these fake ad reads or whatever, and the music I used in the background was like copyrighted. I guess I didn't realize it. I thought I pulled it from like a free, like no
copyright,
or
public domain or something.
Yeah. But I guess not, and it got pulled, and it like pulled the whole video off.
What were your fake ad reads for? I did that too. That's so funny. Why do we do that?
I think we talked about this before. Because it's funny. Like, we're comics. We want to make jokes about things. I did, like, instead of BetterHelp, I did, like, Mediocre Assistance. And then I did, like, I did 3 total. And then I stopped because it was kind of a lot. I did Lip Pillow, which was... It's kind of stupid. I do it's like a nicotine filled. Yeah, it's like that, but like an actual pillow. And I was pitching that as like full of nicotine, so you sleep on it and wake up buzzed or whatever.
Oh, should I have not shown the Zen brand?
Oh, I don't care. Zen, please sponsor me, please.
Philip Morris, if you're listening,
be gladly sponsored by Zen. No, and I think it did like it was like Ha 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 Hairline. It was like a play on Gia Pet. That kind of thing. It was silly. It was I wasn't super good at like staying up on those, so I just kind of stopped doing it. And instead I'm like advertising the shows I'm going to be on.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you know what I really have been appreciating from you is the clips you've been putting up, dude. You went little mini viral there.
Yeah. That's been really fun. It's like just dumb like little skits or whatever I'll do, and like the first one I did was a CPR one. I just had that idea one day.
Yeah, that's what I loved that.
Yeah, it went really well. I didn't expect it to take off like that. Like the most views I'd gotten on something was like I don't know, probably like a singing video I did like a few years ago. It was like 20,000 views.
You got 20,000 views off you singing?
Mm-hmm.
What were you singing? Show the clip.
Just splice it in. I'm trying to remember the song.
You don't remember what song got you 20,000 views?
I'm trying to remember the name of it. Oh, giving it my all. I'm not the guy you're taking home.
Oh my God, you can sing.
Yeah.
Fuck
Dancing on my own.
Dancing on my own.
It was that song. I was like eating a Wendy's sandwich and like recorded it and then posted that, and it did pretty well. But prior to that, like I had a video that had hit like a million views.
Do you like?
Yeah.
Are these guitar? Do you
some country
perform?
Sometimes, like I'm doing music stuff for Lark Street Live. Actually,
that's awesome.
Like I'm playing piano and helping with like just like transition music mainly. So like when a guest is coming up, I'll like be doing that. But I'd like to. I'd really like to start doing like comedy songs or like writing
Bo Burnham shit.
Yeah, because it's kind of like I have the ability to do it, but like it also helps you stand out a little bit, and like it gets you booked on things. So
absolutely, I'm
like, if I can do that, that'd be pretty cool. But
especially there's a lot of stages that just randomly have a piano. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Still up there.
Yeah.
And what I've always wanted to do, I never had the chops for it, is just like in those stages in like not necessarily a comedy club, just get up there and just like sit down and be like, nah, wouldn't it be crazy if I just played piano?
Yeah. Rip out some crazy song. I'm the best at singing.
That was
probably
beautiful.
Second at like guitar, and then I play piano, but it's like just chords, and I'm not good at reading sheet music or anything like that. So I'm just trying to find like which direction I want to take with that before I really commit. So like I'm happy to be doing the Lark Street Live thing because it's kind of pushing me to like practice more and like be able to play and sing at the same time and that kind of thing. But we'll see where it goes.
Did you ever do one of the comedy shows where like Brad's playing bass in the background?
No, I want to.
They closed the venue down, but like they sold it and moved to Colorado.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I hope he does it more because
we talked about that because, well, he came on the podcast earlier this year, and we were talking about like him meshing those two worlds together. And I don't know that I realized he did that, but I told him I was like, it'd be really cool if you did that more often because, like, that's how the Comedy Cellar formats their shows. Is like they, at least in the Village Underground, they have like a pianist and a drummer there. And that's part of the experience. Like it's live music and they're like very talented musicians and they get like a little moment to like play a solo and like just kind of they bring the guest up with music and stuff. And it's just so cool. Having music in general is an awesome way to like really elevate a comedy show.
Yeah.
Cause it fills kind of the dead
right
spaces.
Music,
and yes. Yeah. Yeah. You don't like some crazy ass shit. I don't know, but
death metal.
Yeah. You need something like a good song or like jazz is kind of a safe bet, like something upbeat jazz, big band swingy. But I told Brad, I was like, it'd be really cool to see you do that, and I think he did that recently for a show.
I think in Glens Falls, yeah.
Oh, the Parks Theater.
I think Twan had him do it for a while.
Yeah.
But the one thing that, and like there was only like a few people at the one that I did with Brad there, but it is like wild because if you hit a lull, it like the lull doesn't feel as bad.
Yes. Yeah.
Because the worst is like if you say something that doesn't land, then just dead air.
Yeah.
And like I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was something like be like that one was Brad's fault. Like,
yeah.
you know
Yeah. Blame it on him. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes like it really does help like the music cues and having something. There's just something about it that draws people attention more. Yeah. And keeps people kind of tuned in. So. I'd really like to. I don't produce like a regular show around here. I have like one-off shows I do. I'd kind of like to just so I can do the music side of things because I think it's really fun. It's
I
like
fucking hate producing, dude.
It's so tough.
Well, you know what it is? It's like when I was, when I wasn't getting booked as much, it was like, okay, nobody's gonna book me, and I'm still not getting booked a lot. I don't want anybody to think I'm getting booked a lot, but.
You should book Ed.
Yeah, book me, please. I was like, I'll put up my own thing, and it's just all the things that I hate the most about comedy are that end of it. Unfortunately,
yeah.
Like Bree is really good with like event planning, and like I'm the type of dude who, when I would throw parties in college. If like I said like all right it starts at 7 and nobody gets to a party when it starts, nobody wants to be the first two people at a party, right?
Yeah.
So like I'm the type of person who would have like a fucking panic attack at like 7:30, be like I got like 2 kegs, people better come. Or I'd always just be like, this is it, this is the whole party, guys. Like like the first couple people that showed up.
Yeah.
And it's just like the amount of. Like at first I was like, oh, I'll put on my own show. Then I'll have like a good set because then it's the audience is like I built, you know what I mean? And like the amount of, well, number one, getting a bar to like pay or like sell tickets, you're not going to get as many. And like pricing, I fucking hate coming up with a price for comedy. And like I definitely want to get like every comic paid. Like I guess it's more that end of it. Like I want it to be a good audience. I want every comic to get paid. I want nothing to go wrong, and all of us to get our dick sucked, or or get cunnilingus on the way out, something like that. And the amount of shit shows that I had put on, I probably did like 3 or 4, and like don't get me wrong, they were like good for like where I was at in comedy at that time, but like there was like I would just be paying comics out of my own pocket.
Yeah.
And that's the part where like. Don't get me wrong, like I have no problem doing that, but it's like, okay, I didn't get the audience I wanted. Like I didn't sell the room out, whatever. I didn't fill the room. Comics then not gonna have a good set. Then they wouldn't get paid. And then it's like, am I doing more harm than good?
It's a lot of effort for something not to go well and like
it's
feel
terrible.
rewarded for it.
And
Yeah.
the fear of failure surpasses my fear or like my need to be heard. I guess at some point
Yeah.
there's a some intersection there of those things that just never I didn't connect with. You know what I mean? Having said that, like if I was partnered like with somebody on something, like the best shows that I've co-produced were because like, okay, this person will handle this part of it, I can handle this part of it, and like those went well. But
takes the weight off a little bit.
Yeah,
it's hard to like produce a show and then like, I mean, typically you're hosting if you're producing a show, and then you go into like you're so stressed about setting everything up, making sure the audience is seated and like tickets are going well, and like you have so much stress to show at the show, and then you have to go do a set. I always struggled with that because I'm like so stressed out that it was hard for me to like rehearse and practice the comedy before going out.
Oh, it's terrible too. Yeah, it's just like the stress you're not going to put your best foot forward, right, I feel like, if you got to do all that. And like the worst thing is like producing a show and then bombing on it.
Yes.
Is like awful. But like
the only that reminded me I need to reach out to somebody. The only shows that I'm doing now are like shows that are associated with an event of some kind. Like I did the Firebench show in June, which is the last show I produced, and that went really well because I had the help of the convention committee.
Yeah.
So like they helped pay for the venue, and like pay the comics and stuff afterwards. And then they got the revenue like from the tickets stuff. So it was really nice because it was a lot less work for me, and I got to worry about like just working on the comedy and like making sure things day of went well.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. And then like we got a show coming up in September that's like a collaboration show with Lower Adirondack Pride in Glens Falls, and they were the ones that like set up the contract with the venue and like kind of do like the brunt of the work. I just get to coordinate the comics and like show up and do comedy, which is really fun, and I prefer that. But that being said, mad respect to people that do consistent shows all the time.
Oh my God! Like Shipley doing the contest is that is such an undertaking, and it's a good room every single time.
Yes,
and like that's amazing. Like Bree does a good job. You know, like I said, she like thrives at like I can't even fucking make a poster. You know what I mean? I'd be in Canva for like 4 hours and still come out with crap. Yeah. So like between making the poster, papering or like, you know, flyering and getting people there. And then like also I just like I'm the type of person where I won't ask anybody to come to my shit. Like some people are so good at being like, hey, I'm on this thing, then come. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the extent that I will do that is I will put it on my Instagram. If you want to come. You know what I mean? I'm not going to like, there's also like, I feel like I've exhausted all of those like, hey, come outs. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You only get like a certain amount with your friends and family before they're like, yeah, I'm good.
I think you get pretty much, like for instance, my mom saw, actually, this is wild. My mom's only seen me do comedy twice. Okay. One was the Clash of the Comics at the Funny Bone. And that was awkward. I was just jokes about me kissing the mirror at her house, fucking her whole bathroom. Like, and like she brought like a friend for that, so it's just like my childhood friend's mom. Yeah. And my mom sitting there, and like that adds another layer to it. Was
she weird afterwards about it?
No. It was. I mean, I won. See how weird can she be? Yeah. Coming home with the check, you know. But what was weird is she came to the most recent one on Friday at Margarita City, and like I thought it was just gonna be her. She brought a table of 6 people that I've never met. Nice. You know what I mean? And then I'm doing my shit, and a lot of the shit I'd never even ran by her. It was about her mom dying, her husband dying, and like just stupid shit. Yeah. Stuff I say when I'm fucking. Yeah. Like not ideal.
How did she take it? Was it?
She liked it for the most part. I think she was a little drunk, but she never drinks, and they had like 2 drink tickets included. Oh, okay. So she had like half a margarita and was like kind of like
feeling it,
a little wobbly. She's like 4 feet tall, and so the one thing she got really hung up on was I have a joke about going to the sperm bank, like I said, and she was like, "Did you really go to the sperm?" Like. I'm like, no, all this is made up except for the shit that you know is true, you know?
Well, you know, her thinking is like, do I have a grandbaby out there somewhere? Like, it's
Definitely not, dude. I'm probably shooting blanks. I don't know.
I have the thought, like, my parents have said it. Well, my parents live in Ohio, so they've not been around me doing comedy.
Yeah. Have they ever seen you?
No, not live. No, none of my family has actually.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's nice as of right now, and I'm kind of worried about them coming to a show.
Let them see when you're at the Garden, bro.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I keep telling them, like, let me get professional first, and then we'll do it. But they're coming up in September. My mom and dad.
Are they gonna stay in here? Or are they gonna get?
Yep.
That's awesome.
This is gonna be a little bedroom.
Yeah, you're gonna
and,
fold out a nice little Murphy bed here.
Yeah. Well, I've got a bed. It's actually in that closet. It's like around the corner, tucked in. This closet like spans the whole.
That's crazy.
Wall, but
so that's good. That's nice. There's versatility. You could have a guest room here.
You could sleep in my podcast studio. But they mentioned, like, hey, if you want to go, like, do an open mic or something, like, we'd be interested. I was like, I love that you want to do that. I don't want to bring you to an open mic.
You got to line a show up. You got to line a show up.
Because it's like, it's different. But also, like, I don't know if I'm ready to do it. Not that my stuff is, like, really overly gross or bad or whatever, but, like, they had, like, somewhat of a difficult time coming to terms with me being gay. And, like, it was just a learning curve.
You got to come out again as a comic.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see how that'll go. But I think they would really enjoy a comedy show. I just want it to be, like, an actual booked show.
Dude, after coming out as gay, the comedy thing should be nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, my
my
mom, it's actually really funny. My mom has definitely always wondered if I was gay. Every parent probably wonders if their kid is gay or leaning that way. But it was really funny. The one time, the first time I ever had shit blood, right? Okay. I was like 20. I had eaten. I know it's a meme at this point, but I had eaten at Chipotle, and like something didn't sit right. I probably had like E. coli or something. But I called my mom because I was like panicking. I was like 20. I was like, Mom, shit blood, like, what do I do? It's so red, like, all this stuff. And she, like hears that, and she's like, are you having anal sex? Like, that's the first time she, like, asked me.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, finally, I have a way to ask.
Yeah.
Are you gay?
Is this how I find out? Is that you're shitting blood?
But no, I think that, like, if you're on a show, definitely have them come out. But the thing that I wouldn't do is, like, I wouldn't bring them to a Comedy Works because that's such a commitment.
Yes.
It's like a 2-hour time commitment for 4 minutes. Like, it's just not.
Well, that's what I told them. I was like,
diminishing returns or whatever.
Like, you can come to an open mic if you want to, but I promise it's not going to be worth it for you. Like, I go because I get stage time. Like, I get to interact with other comics. And, like, it's fun. Like, for me.
Yeah.
It's not your scene.
It's a selfish thing. Anytime one of my friends comes to the open mic, I'm like, oh, no.
Yes. And that's where I don't want to exhaust people's, like, come to my stuff. Like,
don't come to the mics. Never come to the mics.
Come to my shows. Yeah. Come see me do a full set.
But people should go to open mics. Just not people I hate.
Yeah, just not people I know or respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. I don't think I have a show when they're up here.
Let's make it happen.
So
if you're listening,
book me. Yeah, September 3rd through the 8th.
Any day in there.
Yeah. Or November. We're in November. My sister's coming up and she wants to see me do it.
It'd be funny if they just like showed up at your work and watched you volunteer firefight or like paramedic.
Yeah. Well, my dad was a firefighter.
Oh my god.
So
this is like I gotta make dad proud thing that you're doing.
They've come to my work before. Like they've seen like where I work and stuff.
Like came to a fire?
No. Not like when they came to like the station, like saw the trucks, like hung out for a little while.
Sometimes fires get an audience,
Oh, they do. And it can be quite irritating. Medical calls get audiences all the time. Like every time we're doing like a patient in the audience or in the ambulance, not audience, it draws attention. Like people are so fucking nosy, and it's very.
I'm one of those people, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Well, okay.
I am too. That's the thing. I love to shit on it, and like I'll give people shit. Like we'll get like not like overly aggressive, but like we'll be pretty like
you have to
with
be
people,
aggressive.
like to direct people to move on and like give this person their privacy, and it makes
somebody's
my blood
dead here.
boil. Yeah, it makes me so irritated. But then if I'm like in the city and I see like an ambulance somewhere, I'm like,
well, yeah, but
like,
you could
walking by
potentially
and, like,
help. That's the thing. It's like it's a different thing. Like you probably have a switch. Like I saw, what was it? That one time that dude freaked out at Comedy Works.
Yeah.
You like snap into work mode. It's like it's not like a fight or flight thing. It's like a third thing where it's like, okay, like assess the situation and stabilize the situation. You know what I mean? It's impressive.
That was nuts too. That was so like that person was clearly having yeah.
This is very nuts.
It's very nuts.
Like hanging off the back of a truck.
That's a good joke. I just didn't expect that, and
I don't think anybody did.
it was such a weird.
I think
weird, and for that night in particular, there was a shit ton of people there to watch the open mic.
I'm one of those people. Like I did what I could to get him out, right? And like the big guy, but like seeing you like treat him like a patient, it was so impressive, and I was like, oh my god, Caleb is so handsome right now.
Did it do something for you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was really interesting. I made the backstory. Like someone had like that went up to do an open mic. Yeah, went up and had a psychotic break. And at first I thought they were doing a bit. I think everybody thought they were doing a bit. Well, yeah, because
that's how a lot of the crazies are.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, where does the line between comedy and a freak out is so thin.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people tread it like every week. You know?
Yeah. And it was pretty. I didn't really fully put together that he was doing a bit until afterwards. He started heckling Patrick and like giving him shit like on stage, and then things escalated from there because he was being really obnoxious. And I think you and Tyler had like stepped in at first and be like, get the fuck out of here, like dragging him out, and then he just wasn't listening. And then I talked with him for an hour, and then like the cops got called, and he ended up wrestling with them outside. So that was fun.
Wrestling?
But yeah, he got like thrown to the ground and
I believe
arrested. It was crazy.
He's good now though.
Yeah,
maybe.
So anyway, Mom and Dad, you should come to the open mic.
Yeah. That's like not.
See the craziness.
It's somehow it's always that same venue, but
crazy stuff's gone down at Lark though.
Yeah,
there's
not anything like that. Like
one thing.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm at liberty to speak about that, but
yeah. It's happened. Like, yeah. I like weird things happen, and I think it's because open mics are open to everybody. It's like people, it draws all kinds of people.
Should be closed to some.
Yeah,
but there's always, that line where, and like to my, I'll probably get like stabbed or something eventually, but like the thing with the heckler. Like somehow I'm always like I face these things to my own detriment sometimes head on. Like I should not have stood up to that guy freaking out of that guy was a fucking 300-pound ox, dude.
He was also out of his mind, and like someone needed to do it. Like I'm glad we all stepped in to do it, but it just open mics draw people in that are just in.
Don't get me wrong, if it's a little squirrely classes kid, I could probably I could stand my ground there.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. It's been fun. Yeah, those are interesting. Do you have any shows coming up or anything you want to plug?
Nothing I want to plug.
Other than Lark Street on Thursday night.
Lark Street on Thursdays is booming.
Yeah, it's a staple in the comedy community around here.
It's a staple.
It's a good open mic.
The crown jewel of my fucking. I guess that's where I've made the most impact, comedy wise.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, it's like. Thursday nights are a good night for comedy. Like, if for some reason, I think Thursdays just align with people's schedules too, so like it's easy to come out. But Lark Street has always consistently been a good mic to go to.
Yeah,
like,
Chris does a good job there too with supporting us.
Yeah.
And I will say this since like I feel like the last like 3 mics, there's always like a new wave of people coming. The amount of times I was like, we got a first timer in the past like month has been crazy.
Well, I went this past Thursday, and there was a lot of new people that I haven't seen there because I hadn't been like a month, I think.
Yeah.
And there was just so many new people that like we're all talking like they knew each other for a while. So like it was kind of interesting to see the dynamic.
It's bananas.
But
and it's like crazy to see too, like just the like a rising tide raises all ships, right? But like there is definitely something to be said about like the audiences are getting better.
Yeah.
And they're like more like they want it. They want the jokes, and it's like fun. to like work shit out there, you know. But the one thing that I wish sometimes that I like I would love to go up at my own mic, like not at the top when nobody's there, you know.
Sure, yeah.
Like some stuff like that, but like we do a good job, and I think there's more mics than there ever were, you know, currently. And I feel like there's sometimes I'm like, are there too many? But it's like always, it's encouraging to see where it came from. I guess in the 8 years that I was doing this, like the first mic that I did was just an absolute shit show. You know what I mean? It was at like a little dive, and there'd be like literal like homeless people coming in just to get out of the cold for a little bit, you know, and then some going on stage and fucking killing. But it's I would say, if I'd say one thing, come out, and if you have any interest in doing comedy, Lark is a welcoming place. And I feel like a big thing that I like about that, I should preface this with, I'm not in any position to be mentoring people, but like day one people, I can give them the basics. You know what I mean? Like take the mic out, move the mic stand, hold the mic here.
Give yourself more credit.
Yeah.
I think you've been helpful for sure. And that is like a really good place to facilitate kind of the learning of like how to do comedy and things.
But am I teaching them because I want them to have a good set, or I just want them not to like ruin my night? You know what I mean? No.
Yeah, be fucking better.
Yeah. But there are like, there's always characters, you know.
Yeah, it's a good time. Yeah, come up to Lark Street Tavern on Thursday night, 7:00.
What about you? You got anything coming up besides your parents?
Yeah, other than my
get
parents.
The dates out. I'll flip it on you.
I'm gonna plug. I've been trying to like record a video to like plug at the beginning of the podcast, like with dates and stuff. But I always do it at the end too, just like to reiterate with people. But
nobody's making it this far. No.
Well, that's what I'm worried about. I'm like, who's gonna make it? I don't know if people are watching all the way to the end. But next Friday, I'm in Hanover, PA for.
How'd you get on that?
It's a competition. Well, it's a festival show. And
that should be fun.
Yeah, it will be interesting. It's like a church satire comedy club down there. Church of Satire is what it's
called.
called.
That. I've always a church is a perfect place, like acoustically, I think, for that type of shit. You got all the pews; it's laid out for it.
I've had that thought of like it'd be cool.
I'd feel like every comic must have.
Oh, for sure. I'd like to own a comedy club one time, or like at some point.
Same.
And it's either going to be an old church or a firehouse, old firehouse somewhere.
I think a firehouse would be sick, because that's like that's on brand as fuck for you.
Yes, and like it'd be a cool branding thing. Like there's a lot of things you could do with that. But like they have like bays that would be perfect to set up for like a bigger room, and then typically they have like a meeting room.
Dude, like having a comic slide down the pole for their set,
intro.
That would be fucking amazing.
That's how I'd intro the show. It'd be, and then you have like the red flashy lights all around. Like,
yeah,
it'd be cool. But yeah, next Friday the 28th, I'll be Church of Satire in Hanover, PA. On the 11th and 12th, I'll be at Saratoga Comedy Fest. And then,
more
notably,
shout out Travis and them.
Shout out, yeah. This would be a fun time. There's gonna be a lot of good comics.
A lot of good comics on that. Can't wait.
And then September 25th is Queer Comedy Night in Charles Arwood Theater with Lower Adirondack Pride. That should be really fun. Do you know Drew Tessier?
I know the name.
He produces a lot around like the city. He runs a New York City Queer Comedy Festival. He's going to be headlining that show. That'll be really fun. And then we got some local comics, and then he's bringing a friend as well. So it should be really fun. And then we got the Capital Region's Funniest Comic show coming up here soon. Or competition starting. So
damn,
it'll be good.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited for these things. But are you on the competition?
No, I didn't sign up this year.
No,
I should have. I just like it's one of those things where I just missed the window and was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it was. I don't remember what the window was like last year. I think I have taught myself to like sign up the first day I see a comedy competition somewhere, or else I will absolutely forget.
That's exactly what happened to me.
Yeah.
I got to start doing that.
Yeah. Well, Ed, thanks for coming on, dude.
Dude, thank you for having me. This is fun.
Yeah, this is really cool. Are you you gonna start your podcast up again?
I would love to. It's one of those things. Yeah, I have like three friends that I was doing it with, and I would absolutely love to do it. It's just like once you take a substantial break, it's so hard to get. And like we've all, anytime we get together, we're like, we got to get it back going. But it's like, figuring out like, okay, are we gonna do it at his house, our house, my, you know what I mean? Where
the scheduling thing is between like, especially as you get older, like you have like relationships, you have families, like you have all kinds of things developing that take your time. And podcasts is like easily gets put on the back burner. So that's
It's also like, I think to my own detriment, I didn't like take it as like I should have monetized or done something, some carrot to fucking keep us walking along the path. It was just kind of like, kind of just felt like, I don't know. Like I just wanted to hang out with him. Maybe like you know what I mean. It was nice to have a scheduled hang structure.
Yeah.
But I would absolutely love to get back into it, and I really appreciate you bringing me on.
No worries, dude. Thanks for coming on. This has been really fun. So,
yep.
All right. Thank you guys for watching.
What's going on?
See you on the next one.